Hi class, this is Professor Montgomery. I hope you're well and staying healthy. This is a presentation to help you understand the example that you have in week 11 and week 12 in our eConestoga course shell. And it's an example that shows you how to do the comprehensive outline, which is your next assignment that's due very soon. Okay, let's take a look at this example. First of all, we start off with a header, and we also have page numbering. A header is always a good idea to include in your assignments. While it's not required in this assignment, it's great practice because you will need to include one in your final paper. Notice that in this header, the letters are in all caps. That's important in a header. Also, it's no longer than 50 characters long. This one is probably closer to 40 characters. The header is an expression of the title of the paper. So this is a paper on farming and farming technology. Another word for farming is agriculture. So the header reads Innovations in Agriculture Technology. So the full title might be something like Innovations in Agriculture Technology that have been having an effect on North American farming. So you'll notice that we have shortened or truncated the title. This is a great word, truncated. Just think of the trunk of a tree and chopping that trunk off from the rest of the tree. So we're chopping the title off here. Okay, the research question is part of the requirements for this assignment, and you'll notice that when you go to content and assignments and week 11 comprehensive outline assignment, when you read the instructions, after the instructions, there is a template that you need to download in order to complete the assignment. You must download this template in order to complete the assignment, and on the template is a section where you need to include the research question. So the research question for this assignment is which innovations in agriculture technology are having the greatest impact on North American farming? And this is a great question because it sets up an answer that might include three parts. The answer for this question would be the thesis statement. And the thesis statement here is 3 technology advancements are having major effects on farming in North America. These include advancements in, and we have our 3 different advancements listed here, field equipment, milking systems, and watering systems. Okay, so those would be the 3 advancements that we would focus on in our 3 body paragraphs. Here we have the main idea, which is that technology advancements are having a major effect on North American farming, and then our 3 main supporting points, which is those advancements are in field equipment, milking systems, and watering systems. I can't express to you how important it is to have a strong thesis statement for this assignment and for your final research paper. The thesis is really the backbone of your assignment, so make sure that it's a good one. You can email me anytime this week because your assignment is not due until the end of the week. It's due on Friday before 11:30 p.m., Friday, April 3rd. So make sure that you complete this thesis statement and you feel comfortable with it before you complete the rest of the assignment. Okay, in addition to that, make sure you read the feedback from your previous assignment, from your research proposal. Okay, good. All right, so we have our research question. We have our thesis statement along with the establishing info. Now, in the template, the establishing info actually comes after the thesis statement. I switched it around only because I want this model to more accurately reflect what I'm asking for from you. Always, your establishing info, your introductory material will come before the thesis statement in your introduction. Your thesis statement comes, remember, at the end of that first paragraph, which is your introductory paragraph. So I've included that information in that order here, and you're welcome to do the same thing when you complete your template for this assignment. Okay, as we move on, you'll see the first body paragraph has a type 1 heading. If you want to learn more about headings, you can go back to week 11. In week 11, there's a PowerPoint presentation, and there are also materials posted in our content in week 11 that talk about headings. Very quickly, a review of headings. This is a type 1 heading. A type 1 heading is centered, it's bolded, and it includes title case capitalization, which means we've capitalized the first letter of each important word in that title. Okay? Now, along with the heading, we've got the topic sentence, and the topic sentence here is indicated, and it's a complete sentence. Okay? So we have, to begin, automated field equipment advancements are having a big impact on farming. So the only full sentences that you're going to need in this assignment is your thesis statement here, which can be 1 or 2 sentences, and your topic sentence. Okay, so you have your topic sentence here, and we also have a transition to move into the first main point that we're going to be making. So remember, your topic sentence includes both your main idea and your main point. So here we have automated field advancements are having a big impact on farming. So we have that technology is having a big impact on farming. And which technology? Well, in this case, we're talking first about automated field equipment. And then we have all the supports. And these supports can be presented in point form. Okay, you do not need full sentences. In fact, you should not have full sentences at this point. You simply need to present the information. You're going to be presenting your facts and statistics, any of the quotations that you might decide to use, and any of the explanations. Okay? And what's very important here is that whenever you use facts or statistics, you're going to have to include the citation. Anytime those facts and statistics are not general knowledge. Also, you will need a citation anytime you use quotations, which are exact words in quotation marks. Now remember, in this assignment, it's quite short. It's about 1,000 words long, which will be between 4 and 5 pages likely. I do not expect you to use a lot of quotes. In fact, I would much prefer to see your own writing primarily in this assignment. You don't have to use any quotes at all, but if you do decide to use quotes in quotation marks, exact words in quotation marks, you do need to use citation. And remember, citation typically is the author's last name, the year, and the paragraph or page number. But here we have a website, so we have in fact the name of the website, the publisher of the website, the year, and the heading under which the material has been found. Okay, so citations will vary according to the type of source, so make sure that you go to APA at Conestoga to discover how your citation will be set up. But typically it's author's last name, comma, year, comma, paragraph or page number, but clearly not always. All right, and here we have a little more information, and this is using type 2 headings. Type 2 headings are exactly the same as type 1 headings, the only difference being these type 2 headings are left adjusted, which means they start on the left-hand margin. They're not centered like this one. So they're still bolded, they still include title case capitalization here and here, but they're on the left-hand side. Okay, let's keep going. The next body paragraph will be on automated milking systems. So our first body paragraph has a type 1 heading, automated field equipment. Our second body paragraph has a type 1 heading, automated milking systems. And the complete topic sentence will be, another important advancement is in automated milking systems. So again, we have a transition word here to tell our reader that we're moving on to our next point. And we repeat that main idea that we're looking at advancements that have an effect on farming. And then we have automated milking systems, which is our next main supporting point. Okay, and this would be the supporting material. Again, whenever I have a fact, a statistic, or a quotation, I would be including this material in my citation. Okay, Good. And finally, our final body paragraph is on automated watering systems. And again, our final topic sentence, one final technology advancement impacting farmers is automated watering systems. And again, we're using a transition word to help the reader to follow our ideas, to remind them where they are in our essay. And we're using level 2 headings in order to present them with more information. Okay, so we're down to the conclusion. And in the conclusion, remember, we have a type 1 heading here. You want to remind your reader of the main idea and your most important supporting points. Okay, so here the main idea is that improvements in agriculture technology have had a significant impact on farmers, and we go through those 3 important supporting points. Now, you can have more than 3 points. You could have 4 or 5. Those would each represent a new body paragraph. Okay, so while I have 3 here, you're welcome to have more. Just adjust the template as you need to include more than 3 body paragraphs. And in the end, in your conclusion, you want to include a final thought. And this final thought expresses to your reader a big picture idea. You step back from your essay and look at it and try to give them something to think about as they walk away from your essay. You can do this by presenting them with a prediction, a suggestion, anything that gives them an idea that they can walk away thinking about. Remember, you don't want to introduce any new information in your conclusion. Whatever you refer to, it should have something to do with what you've already written about. Okay, great. And you'll notice this comprehensive outline is 2 pages long, and that's a great number of pages. That's just fine with me. I think that it allows you to present the material that you are going to include in your final paper in a wonderful way. But in addition to that, you also need your references page. And notice this references page is set up exactly the way I want you to set up your references page. So you'll have at least 2 pages or right around 2 pages for the comprehensive outline. Unless you want more, if you want to include more, great, that's just fine with me. Go ahead and include more, but 2 is fine. And then your references page will be set up just like this. You'll notice it's completely double spaced, okay? You've got the author's name on the left-hand margin, so that's called a hanging indent. The hanging indent means that all the other lines in that same reference are in 5 spaces, so you'll use the spacebar 5 times or use the tab key to bring that next line in 5 spaces, okay? You'll also need to remember to include italics properly. Each of the sources includes italics in a different way, but they do include italics. So check APA at Conestoga under references and sources to find the different sources and how they should be formatted. You also need a retrieval statement. Remember, this indicates to your reader when you retrieved that information from the internet. That will be the date that you retrieved it. And remember to have an accurate URL, because they do check these references and they do check the URLs. So I want to make sure that it is accurate. That would be part of your grade. Okay, and because you have at least 3 references, now there are more here, but because you have at least 3, you'll have them listed in alphabetical order. Okay, so we have D, which comes before JA, which comes before JO, which comes before L, which comes before S. Okay, so just make sure to include your references alphabetized, and you'll notice that the references page has type 1 heading. All right, great. That's all. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm here. You can contact me at mmontgomery@conestogac.on.ca if you have any questions about your thesis statement or anything else about your assignment before you hand it in on Friday. You can also contact the library. You can simply Google Conestoga Library Chat, and you'll find out how to chat with the library and get the information that you're looking for. And they'll even help you with technical questions about how do I set up my references page, or how can I use Microsoft Word to help me complete this component of my assignment, or even I'm having difficulty using the space bar to get to where I need to go for my hanging indent. Can you help me with the software that I'm using to help me complete this? The library is very helpful in that way. But I'm here too. Let me know if this voiced example was helpful or not. I will use your feedback to help in developing more materials as we finish off the semester together. Meanwhile, take care of yourselves.